Some just do it for the cash, others do it for the passion. Is you working on your craft? Is you really about that action? Craft. Welcome.
What's good, y'all? It's O.D.D.I.T.Y, and welcome to the craft. This week, we're going to talk about how to just come up with topics for songs and some of the processes that I have created to help me have more original songs. So if you spent any time writing and you've made, multiple songs, 10 or so songs, you start to think harder about song topics, and it becomes a little bit more difficult to come up with those topics without repeating subject matter. Here's kind of a disclaimer. If you're someone who has a niche, like say love songs or club songs or whatever the topic is, that's cool. This video is probably not for you. But if you're someone who, like myself, likes to talk about multiple topics and kind of gets bored being boxed in, then take a listen to what I'm about to say next. There is no limit to the topics and themes that you can write about and make songs about. And the cool thing about even topics that have been used is that no one has experienced what you have in regards to that topic. So you can always put your own unique, original twist on a theme, a topic, subject matter. And you're not gonna have completely original topics because there's billions and billions of human beings and there's been millions of songs made over the years. But what you can do is put your own twist on it, put your own experience that no one else can replicate. And to do that, I have kind of found it easy to keep a notebook, or now with apps on phones, you can take notes on there, but just write down themes or topics or experiences or words that come to you throughout your everyday life. And you may not ever use them, but for instance, you're out and you see something funny happen, write down a couple key phrases or words. You never know what can come from that. Or a breakup happens, and write how that made you feel in 3 or 4 words and build off of that. Another way to put a twist kind of on songs that they may have the same topic as someone else, but to kind of try to think about it from a different perspective. So maybe not from the first person, maybe tell a story that's been told or a topic that's been used from a different perspective or multiple perspectives. Just something different kind of makes songs stand out. So a lot of times, I like to people watch when I go out, and if I see something out of the ordinary happen, I kind of maybe think about it from a different perspective other than if I was in that position, because first person is how people typically write songs, so maybe thinking of it from a friend's perspective, someone who isn't seeing that situation happen, and how that situation will affect them down the line, or how it will affect them when that person lets them know what happened. Again, I'm gonna reiterate that this method isn't for someone who wants to replicate what's on the radio. If you want to replicate what's on the radio, then just listen to dozens and dozens of top 40 songs. And that's probably the method you want to go. But if you want to have original music and original takes on subjects that have already been sung and rapped about, then I would suggest writing down words, key phrases, or entire verses, anything in that moment. Keep a notebook and write that stuff down so that you can come back to when you're in a more appropriate space to write and expand on that brainstorming. As always, I appreciate you all. I'm O.D.D.I.T.Y. This is The Craft. Thanks for tuning in. Hit subscribe below. Share with anyone that loves hip hop, that loves the process of writing and songwriting. And we'll be back at it next week.